Hi, my name's Bruce Arnott, Managing Director of Kernock Park Plants. We're a young plant production company based in Cornwall, United Kingdom. We've been trading for about 40 years and we produce about 12 million young plants each year. The vast majority are usually produced and dispatched in this period of the year. We're traditionally a very resilient, self-sufficient business, reinvesting our profits each year back into the business for its long-term goals. Our achievements have been recognised on many levels. In the UK, we won Horticultural Week Young Plant Grower of the Year in 2018. And just recently, we got a silver in the AIPH Worldwide Ornamentals Grower of the Year Awards. We produce a vast range of ornamental plants, herbs, some vegetables and many other crops besides. We're also a specialist provider of carpet bedding plants and what we call Instaplant, producing living works of art in plants that are displayed in parks and on roundabouts, businesses across the nation and beyond. We can automate a number of specific activities. The greenhouses all function with environmental controls. We've got potting machines and trimming machines to enable us to increase the quality and uniformity of the product and allow our brilliant team to focus on other jobs that mechanisation cannot really do in our diverse situation. The people really help to elevate the service that we can offer to our current 1,200 or more customers. To produce this many plants each year by hand, we are perhaps unsurprisingly labour-intensive business, employing between 55 full-time equivalents in the low season and up to nearly 100 people in the peak of our season. We were just approaching our peak weeks when the COVID-19 pandemic was announced and subsequent measures enforced in the UK. We were at full capacity in February, preparing for the peak of our season, and with the now deluge of recent delays, reductions, massive cancellations instructed from hundreds of our customers, we're now nearing full capacity yet again, with approximately 7 million plants on the floor, despite reacting to the downturn immediately to reduce further incoming produce as soon as we were able. There's limited potential to reduce incoming material further at this end of the season. The lead times from cutting to finished plant are typically between 5 to 10 weeks, and other produce to be delivered has been created over the past year or two before. So we've already produced, paid for the inputs and the labour to create the product for nearly all of our sales in what is very seasonal business, catering for the traditional peak in demand of the nation's gardeners in spring and summer. Of course, we've adapted and elevated our hygiene policies, abiding by WHO and government standards and advice with regards to social distancing and to limit any risk of the spread of this virus to ensure the health and safety and welfare of our staff and families. In reaction to the immediate downturn in orders, we regrettably reduced some agency and a few temporary staff to just 70 at the moment. We've been trying to keep as many of those staff as possible employed to help the continuity of the company, to trade through these difficulties and help ensure the staff maintain employment going forward. We can't simply just shut the doors, take the massive hit on the revenue and struggle through waiting to reopen. If we were to stop works completely, then it's honestly very difficult to see how we could pick up again following the closure. Even now, with such levels of cancellations, we'll be throwing away millions of plants. If we can't continue to trade with the companies that are seeing some demand through postal delivery channels, and if we can't continue to cater for those companies, the amazing companies that we're dealing with, which are trying to be optimistic regarding trade following the close downs, then we'll be throwing away even more of our product. We won't be able to just produce or maintain the longer term items. We simply will not be in a state to satisfy the potential pent-up demand when it hopefully is there for this summer, autumn and for next year. You might have seen the incredible volumes of cut flowers recently being destroyed in Aalsmeer, Netherlands, but the same will be happening here in the UK with live plants in the coming weeks and months. We will be destroying millions of plants in our business and many businesses like ours across the country. The Treasury will, of course, be prioritising their expenditure for this unprecedented situation. Everyone is fighting their own corner. But I appeal to all those that can help make the decisions in this area to consider some form of scrappage compensation scheme to at least cover the cost of product that we'll be destroying, if not the actual loss in revenue. If we don't get this assurance right now in the fresh produce, perishable plant sector, it's a very real fear that nurseries and growers such as ourselves will have to close imminently in order to stop hemorrhaging such levels of money, potentially never to open again. Why does it matter if some nurseries, growers and garden centres don't ever come back, some might ask? Well, we support a garden industry worth 5 billion to the GDP of this country. Myself, others like me, hundreds of thousands of loyal staff, thousands of suppliers and customers could go out of business because of this. I can only hope that we can continue trading in some way, and in order to do that, we need to secure some sort of compensation for our unique sector. Thank you for your understanding at this very difficult time.